PewDiePie just dropped his own AI. It's completely free. It runs on your computer, and honestly, it might be the most powerful AI tool you can install right now. But like 90% of the tutorials out there are setting it up wrong. They make you install Docker, this confuser developer thing you don't need. And then they leave you with a local model that's slow and kinda dumb. So I'm gonna show you the actual easy way. No Docker, no expensive graphics card, and instead of a weak local model, we're plugging it into the best AI models on the planet. GPT, Claude, all of them, for free. Or for literally pennies. No $20 subscription. Here's the part nobody explains. Odysseus is just the interface. The brain is whatever model you connect. So we keep your whole workspace, your chats, your files, your agents private on your machine. And we just borrow the smart models when we need them through one free site called OpenRouter. Best of both worlds. I already set this whole thing up so you don't have to guess. By the end, you'll have your own private AI that can browse the web and run its own agents that actually do work for you. And stick around, because the agents part at the end is genuinely kind of insane.
Everybody's still learning to code. Me, I just talk, I say build it. And it builds it. The app, the agent, the tool. This used to take a team 6 months. Now, one sentence, I just learned the words. In 8 weeks, so will you. AI Builder Bootcamp, come build.
Alright, so this is PewDiePie's Odysseus GitHub repo, and over here you can see it is completely public and it already has 49, almost 50k stars in the past like 3 days. So this is going insanely viral, and I'm going to show you guys how to set this up the easiest way so that any beginner can use it. This is basically to run AI locally on your computer so that all the data that you run is owned by you. All right, so the first thing you're gonna need is Google Antigravity IDE. Now search up Google Antigravity IDE and download it. It's completely free, and we're gonna be using this IDE to run this project on our computer. Now, the next thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need an OpenRouter account, because this is the service provider we're gonna be using to use different models depending on what we're doing inside of his project. So we have paid options and free options. All you want to do is click get API key right here, and then click new key and create the name of your key, do no expiration, and create your key. Now make sure to take that key and paste it somewhere hidden and private where you can go back to it later. Now, if you want a better model, we're going to be using Claude Sonnet 4.6. Now, remember, there's over 400 models on here, so you guys can do your research. But Claude Sonnet 4.6 is pretty good and pretty fast, also pretty cheap. But you do have to pay for this one, so you would have to top up your tokens. Another really good one that's absolutely free is OpenAI's GPT-OSS 120B, which stands for 120 billion parameter. So if you guys want to do this completely free, you guys can use this model instead. We're going to open Antigravity and create a folder on your desktop and name it whatever. And then inside of Antigravity, open that folder. So now we're inside this specific project. So I want to show you guys this as beginner friendly as possible. You guys can use any model. When you first open Antigravity, you'll see it like this. So we have a bunch of models we can use here. This is the chat box inside of Antigravity created by Google. So their flagship models is the Gemini 3.5. I'm pretty sure you can use it for free. You have limited usage. But another option is using Claude Code. So if you do have a Claude Code subscription, you can open your Claude Code inside of Antigravity and use it with your own project. All right, so let me just keep it simple. I'm going to use this because this is the default. Also, if you have ChatGPT, guys, you have Codex. So we can actually use Codex as well if you do want to do that. So you have plenty of options, but let's just keep it simple and straight to the point. So all we're going to do is we're going to take the link of his GitHub repo right here. We're going to go to Antigravity. We're just going to paste it in right over here, and we're going to ask it to pull this repo. Simple as that. All right. So we're just going to send that off, and then you'll see a bunch of files starting to appear here. And that's basically, we're cloning his entire repo and bringing it straight into our own project right here. So boom, just like that, all his files are now locally on our computer. Now, next, super simple, I'm just gonna say run this project. Can't be any easier than this. Perfect. So we're gonna let Antigravity take care of all the hard work here, and we're just gonna tell it to run it for us. Now, you might need to install some dependencies. Don't worry about that. Let Antigravity take care of it. Just auto accept everything, and it's going to install whatever it needs to install. Also, if you do get intimidated by all this code over here, you don't even have to look at it. You can literally just close it and use this as a chat. Now, this is the IDE, but if you just use the regular version of Antigravity, now they changed it where it's literally just a chat box. So you guys can even use that as well if you want to use that. So once you do all that, just go to Google and put in the localhost link that Antigravity gave you. Boom, just like that, we have it open in our local host right now. But as you can see, we need a username and password. This is printed in the terminal, but don't worry, you can ask your AI friend right here what the username and password is, and it's literally gonna give it to you. All right, so let's just copy those, put in the username, and then for password, this is a temporary password. We're gonna be able to change it once we log in and click sign in. Perfect. So now we're signed in to his project right here. Now, remember, let's go to settings in the bottom left. We're gonna click on account, and we can change our password right here. So you wanna put in your current password, and you can put whatever new password you'd like. So I highly recommend doing that so that you guys remember your password in the future. All right, so boom, we're logged in. As you can see over here, we have everything on the left side and the chat box right here. Now, if you click select model, as you can see, it says no models connected. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the settings icon, and we're gonna click on add models. Now, if you click on add models, you'll see you can either do a local model or you can do API. Now, I'm gonna do API. So what we're gonna do is on the right here, we're gonna click on this button, and if you guys look through all the options right here, you can see OpenRouter. So if you click OpenRouter, you can see that, and then boom, right here, you can actually put your API key that we created earlier. So I'm just gonna put my API key into here, and now I'm just gonna click add. So boom, added, and as you can see, we have 346 models enabled now. So I'm gonna close that, and as you can see, we have all the models we can use right over here that's straight connected to our OpenRouter, and you guys can use any model from here. Now, like I said, we can use Sonnet 4.6, which is pretty good. So now our model is actually connected. So just like that, we connected everything, and now it should be fully working. So we're just gonna ask, so are you working? And boom, yes, I'm working. How can I help you today? You can even see how much it costs per search. And yeah, so we have the agent mode right here. We have the chat mode. We can attach files, prompts, documents, everything. You can connect your email as well on the left here if you would like to do that. You can see all your previous chats here and what model you're using. So I'm just gonna say, tell me about yourself and what you can do. So I'm just gonna search that. So boom, it says right here, it's our AI assistant, and it's powered by a large language model technology designed to be helpful, conversational, and knowledgeable, always learning from the conversation to assist you better. So what can it do? Information and research. answer questions on a wide range of topics, explain complex concepts in simple terms, summarize articles, documents, or ideas. It can also do some writing and editing. It can do some problem solving, conversation, and even productivity right here. So let's look through the tools. We have the brain right over here. That is a little glitchy right there, but over here we have the memories where we can add memories and search through them. Then we have the skills, which right now these are all empty, but as you can see, if we click on the add button, we can import memory, export, we can add memory if we want right here. And then for the skills too, you can literally create your skills right over here and add them so that they're saved for the future. Perfect. That's pretty cool. So we got the calendar right here in case you do want a built-in calendar where it can like track cron jobs or give you reminders or anything. This is also built in. So another pretty cool feature that he added is this model comparison where you can compare two different models, which is super nice with this OpenRouter setup because then you can literally just compare a bunch of models to see which one's the best for you for your use case. So we can pick the models there, click start, and it checks the models and compares them for you. And over here, it's actually a blind test. If I just ask it, what is a AI agent? As you can see, it ran both models. It tells you the time it takes, and then you can even compare the answer it gave. And then, so this was super fast. You can look through the answer and then you can pick which one. So for example, if I vote A and boom, it tells you which one it is. This is a super cool feature that you guys could use. So we have the cookbook right over here. And then this is basically telling you what models runs the best with your hardware. So if you do want to run these local models, this is just telling you which one to download that has the best functionality based on the graphics card that you have, but we don't have to worry about this because we're using OpenRouter, but pretty cool feature he added. Then if we go to the deep research right over here, we can perform a multi-step web search with the LLM in the loop. So this just does a very deep research on any topic you want to go through. So we also have our gallery here. Everything, all the files and everything is built in locally on your computer. So you can add files here and look through your albums and everything, which is pretty cool that he added that. So we have our library here. We can look through all our chats, documents, research, and archives. So literally anything we've ever worked on. A little notes thing on the right here that opens up. You can write notes, a to-do, or whatever. That's pretty cool if you like to write notes while you're working. And we also have this tasks button over here where we can create tasks. So he did some built-in ones over here. As you can see, let's say you wanted email AI auto reply, you can turn that on, you can run it. He has the memory tidy, research tidy, and skills audit, and all these already activated and running. But you can set up your own tasks in here as well, which is really, really cool. So yeah, to add a task, you just click on add, and as you can see, we can start one with a webhook trigger, which is super cool, which means when a webhook trigger is received, it can start a certain workflow. Kind of similar to how N8N works, so this is very useful as well. And the last thing here is the theme. In case you guys don't like the original theme, you can see we can look through some random themes. If you like Claude or GPT, we can pick those. Now let's look through the settings. What do we have here? We have AI defaults. You can change your default model if you'd like. The web search. So before it did say it didn't have connection to be able to search the web. But as you can see here, there are some self-hosted options to actually search the web. You can obviously use Tavily, Brave. You can set up your own kind of searches so that you have way more access to the internet. We have some integrations here. You can add all your own custom MCP servers or integrations super easily through this integrations tab. Email, so this is where you would connect your email to be able to use all the email tasks and email stuff. I'm guessing he gets a lot of emails, so he added this feature. We have reminders here, appearance. This is just like what we want to see and what we don't want to see. We can create shortcuts over here. This is a cool little addition for increasing your productivity. And we have agent tools that he added in. So these are the things that it can do. It can search, it can use your shell, write and read files, use Python for documents. It can create documents, it can generate images. It has the knowledge base, use multi-agents, create sessions, list sessions. This is basically all the access that we're giving. You could turn any of these off if you don't want to use them. And yeah, you can back up all your data as well locally on your computer. So this is basically was created so that you can use AI for free locally on your computer. It was a very, very smart project for PewDiePie to create, and I'd love to see what else he's gonna create in the future. This is super cool. I'm probably gonna be using this a lot as well. Uh, I mean, the fact that I'm able to use any model in the same chat and have all my AI stuff all in one place, it's very, very nicely designed, created, and yeah, this is super cool. I think you guys should definitely try this out. I showed you guys how to get it set up super quick. You don't need Docker or anything. You don't need to be a developer. So this is more a beginner friendly guide showing you guys exactly how to get this set up super quick, super fast, all locally. The only thing that's not local is OpenRouter to use the large language models. But like I said, you guys could use the cookbook and download a model on your computer to use everything completely locally. But obviously, that's going to give much worse results, and it's going to take much longer to run your AI prompts. Alright, well, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like and a subscribe. And let me know in the comments down below what you're going to be using PewDiePie's software for. Alright, either way, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and see y'all in the next one. Peace!